Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC, and I want to come to you today with 5 irrefutable steps to accessible, confident travel, and it's based off of my story of United Airlines this past week in one of the legs of my multi-city travel. Delta was a part of that trip and it was great. Yeah, amazing. As always, should I say, I can't recall any problem I've ever had with Delta. Especially regarding accessibility and transportation. And so, you guys know what my 5 irrefutable steps are. They're very simple. One, was the website accessible when booking, right? Did it allow you to put in the fact that you are disabled? Were you able to use it with a screen reader? This piece I cannot answer because I don't do my own bookings. Just pay for them. Christy is great at that, and so I let her do it. So you made the reservation, you're headed to the airport. Once you get there, how was the assistance? I carry a cane. It's pretty obvious that I'm blind. I tell them that I'm blind. I ask them if I wasn't able to put it on my reservation to get me a wheelchair, and at that time I'll decide whether I want to use elbow assist or ride in a wheelchair. It's my choice. I don't care what advocacy agency says. You need to be independent and do it, whatever. Right? So, how is that? How is that for you? Do they know to get the wheelchair? Do you advocate for getting assistance once you purchase your ticket? All right, so you get your assistance, you go through TSA, you get to the gate. This is where it all falls apart with my trip from Newark, New Jersey back to Atlanta, Georgia. So the lady takes me to the gate. She says, "Hey, I need my wheelchair. Sit right here. I'll let the gate agent know that you're going to need assistance." All right, cool. Thanks. Here's your tip. Always tip. Right? I always tip. All right, and so it's time to get on the plane, and the lady calls for everybody who needs extra assistance getting on the plane. Please come forward. Okay, cool. So I stand up, walk forward, and next thing I know, they're boarding other people. So I'm like raising my hand because I don't know where she's at. It's coming through a speaker. So I walk back to my chair. The lady next to me, passenger by the way, says, "Hey, do you need any assistance?" I said, "Yeah, could you get the gate agent for me? Let her know that I need assistance getting on the plane." She said, "Sure." She goes to get the gate agent, and they put me on the plane. We're walking down the corridor. I get to the plane. The gate agent says, "All right, well, he'll take it from here." He's like, I can't leave this section of the plane." I'm like, "Oh, God, here we go. Why can't you leave this section of the plane?" I've been told that I can't leave this section of the plane. Now, the other flight attendant is all the way in the back of the plane, like row 36, way back there. So she can't hear him calling because of all the luggage being put on the plane. So finally, after a few minutes of just standing there looking crazy, he can't go anywhere. I can't move. There's no one else to assist. One of the passengers says, "Hey, can I assist him getting to the plane to his seat?" He says, "No, I'll page someone." So he finally pages the flight attendant. She comes up. We get to the seat. Like a horrible experience. It's like you knew that I was visually impaired. The person in the wheelchair, or me, I was in the wheelchair. The person in the wheelchair said she would alert that, hey, there's a visually impaired person sitting right over there. Can you assist him getting on the plane? When I get on the plane, guy can't move. He can't go anywhere. It's, a standstill. It's just embarrassing. It was ridiculous, to be honest, when like you were told, like, I think, like, you were told every step of the way. All right, so while on the plane, what assistance are you afforded? Number 4, while on the plane, what assistance are you afforded? Do they tell you where the restrooms are? Did they tell me? No. Seatbelts, flotation devices, all the little safety stuff. Watch the video. Any braille offered? No. Just, hey, here's your seat. If you need anything, my name is blah blah. Call me. Okay, I guess I supposed to yell. But I know after multiple trips on the airplane that there's a call button, so I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I'm all right. So man, the best landing I've ever felt. It was really, really smooth. Very, very happy to get home. What happens when it is time to get off the plane? Number 5, going to get your bags if you need to get your bags, ground transportation, that whole thing. Uh, 36, right? I'm literally in 36, which is cool. I wanted a window seat. Why did I want a window seat? Because when getting on the plane, I'm the first one there usually, except for this time. And if I have any other seat but the window seat, when the other people are getting on, they're, excuse me, we need to get over here. So I got to get up, let them on. Then when it's time to get off, I say, hey, I'm going to be the last one off. First one on, last one off. Cool. All right, no problem. But then it's just awkward. I got to get out the seat, let them pass, and then I sit back down and wait for everybody else to get out the plane. So if I get a window seat, I don't have to worry about any of that. So nevertheless, I'm the last one off the plane. Plenty of time for someone to say, hey, we got a passenger who needs a wheelchair. Can we have one waiting for him? Did this happen at the gate side? No. I get there, there's no one there. So it's me, the 2 flight attendants. Hey, the guy that couldn't go anywhere, what do you know? He could go somewhere. He's waiting there with me, right? And she's waiting there with me. And so the gate attendant inside the airport could go somewhere. And so she went and got somebody after literally about 15 minutes. He came and took me out, grabbed my bags, ground transportation. He could not accept the tip because he was a supervisor, and then my driver whisked me away. Yeah, it was just not a good trip. But listen, for all you airlines out there, if you follow these 5 steps, make sure that your website is accessible. Pay attention to what the requests are from your service counter to wheelchair assist. Once at the gate, please make sure that you pay attention to your disabled people. They may be blind, they may be sitting in an odd area because they were at the gate later than most people. There's not an obvious wheelchair sitting there because they may need it, like in this case. Once a person is on the plane, please make sure they feel safe, secure. They have all the information in a format that is accessible to them. Let them know what the call button is. And when deplaning, make sure that we go in reverse and make sure that everything that is needed to get out the plane in an accessible manner is there for that person. So that's my trip this past week with United, and this is why I say if you follow these 5 irrefutable. I've traveled now since age 14 internationally, all over the world. And these are the 5 things. If the airlines would follow them, then we as individuals with a disability will have just as great a time as the same people who are fully ambulatory that pay pretty much the same price for the ticket. All right. So you guys know what it is. Let's change the world. Let's change the world together.